the good, the bad, and the Spursy. Episode 4. Welcome to another video, guys. My name is Sam Chippeck. If you're new to this channel, then please do hit that subscribe button right now. We're absolutely smashing it at the moment. We're getting now closer to 14,000 subscribers. Who would have believed it? So please, if you're new to this, hit the subscribe button, because listen, all I'm asking for is just a little click from you. It's not like there's a lot to ask from that. Just move your mouse, click, turn that box grey instead of red, because we don't like the colour red. And, well, there's a bit of red there, actually. Let's get on with this episode of the good, the bad, and the Spursy. Now, I'd really hate to start this episode, but we have to start it with West Ham. All right, look, it's been over a week now, and that result is still hurting me. I mean, I don't know what makes it more painful, the fact that we bottled a 3-goal lead, or my dog predicting a draw. We're 3-0 up, and yet my dog still gets it right. And it just makes you wonder, maybe there is some sort of little curse, some sort of psychic power inside my dog. You know, we saw the same with what was his name? Charlie the Octopus, I think his name was, from the World Cup in 2010, who got every single prediction right. That was literally at patch at that point. He got every single prediction right so far this season. And, yeah, let's just talk about the game. So, if you actually look at the first half, I thought the first half was, you know, something of amazement, really. It was brilliant. Kane and Son assisting one another. It was just fantastic. The partnership in that play that we have between Kane and Son, in my opinion, is one of the best attacking partnerships in the league, if not the best currently. The problem is that when we went 3-0 up in the first half, we really thought the game was done and dusted. You know, this is David Moyes' first game as well, back from when he had to self-isolate. We kind of basically thought that the game was over, but no, it wasn't the case at all. If you want to dissect what went wrong in those games, I mean, you can talk about Jose Mourinho taking off Ndombele and Son and just showing like the miles of differences between you've got your players like Winks and Moura in comparison to those two players. But I think what really did it as well was defensive errors, because West Ham were really attacking us in the second half, but we looked like we were comfortably seeing them off. But we looked like it, and then it only took them 8 bloody minutes. 8 minutes of defensive errors, individual errors, yeah, especially the Sanchez own goal, all right? And then just in the last second, you know, Gareth Bale missed that chance. It could have been 4-2. That Gareth Bale only played 15 minutes for that game, and I don't like it when I see a lot of Spurs fans even just slating Bale off, saying like he was at fault for it. He wasn't, all right? He made himself a brilliant chance, which you don't see a lot of players do. It was just unfortunate he missed that. How many top strikers, top footballers you see missing these sorts of chances? These things happen, but it would have really killed the game off and made it 4-2. And then, moments later, there was a free kick that should not have even happened. So that's just an issue with the refereeing. The free kick is taken, and then it goes to Harry Winks. Now, Harry Winks has got two decisions, all right? He can either pass it to Reguilon, who would have comfortably cleared that, or just boot it. Hoof it away. It's the last second of the game. What are you playing at? Hoof it away or pass it to Reguilon. But what does Winks do? He takes a massive touch. And this massive touch almost looked like it was a pass straight to Lanzini. Lanzini scores a screamer, which could even be goal of the season. Who knows? If that goal becomes goal of the season, honestly, I don't know if I could take much more football, especially when it's from bloody West Ham. And I'm sorry, but I blame Winks. I blame Winks completely for that third goal, because of, like I said, the massive touch that he took, the needless massive touch, and it just fully cost us. That cost us 2 points. We could have been winning this game, but we screwed it up because of defensive errors and individual errors. Those are the two things to take into account. And we could have got ourselves closer to the title race, but no, we remained in 6th and West Ham climbed up to 8th. So that's a very Spursy way to start this episode. Our next match was Lask at home for the Europa League qualifiers. Now, for this game itself, we were just feeling a little bit of mixture of emotions. It didn't look great at first either, but slowly I thought the team were starting to gel in a bit. And, that did make me a bit happy to see as a Spurs fan. Obviously, of course, this was Bale's first start to the game as well, and you didn't really see much from Bale other than a contribution to an own goal. Not really getting involved with 50-50 challenges, which this bit I will get to a little bit later, by the way. But, with we can talk about Lucas Moura scoring that goal. We can talk about Son scoring as well. But there's just two players we need to talk about for this game. So firstly, I'm going to talk about Højbjerg. Højbjerg is... I've probably said this before in previous uploads, but for me, Højbjerg is our best signing of the transfer window. Considering as well, I wasn't actually a fan of getting this guy because I've seen how he played with Southampton, and I honestly did not highly rate him at all, and rightfully so, because I don't think he was particularly that great for Southampton. But for some reason, we have seen a complete different player for Højbjerg at Tottenham. The thing about Højbjerg is that he plays this role of football that just gets underappreciated so much because, you know, it's not skills, it's not techers, it's not goals, it's not assist merchant, this, that, the other. But what people fail to realise is that he has completely changed the middle, making our defence a lot easier. You know, our defence from last season under Pochettino struggled because we didn't have any proper CDMs. This is the player that we needed, and this player has been absolutely superb. You know, his movement in the middle, his passing, his decision making, his strength as well. This guy must have 99 stamina as well, because this guy, you know, we can start him for a full 90 minutes and he'll be perfectly fine for the next game. This guy is the gem of our squad, I would feel. Honestly, I'm very happy that we made the signing, and I was wrong. Very happy about that. And also, to talk about a second player, we got to talk about Vinicius, the second striker that we signed, another player that we have been crying for, screaming for to sign. Then we finally get around to signing him, and this guy performed 2 assists that game. No goals, but assists. And if you look at the record of the strikers that we have signed, or strikers in inverted commas, like Clinton and Jai, who just wasn't a striker, and George's Kevin and Kudu as well, I think that this transfer window has done us very nicely to sign a second striker of this quality. You know, providing that he did create those assists for us. They were very vital, valuable assists. So, yeah, that was a good game overall. 3-0, Europa League. I think our toughest team of the table as well. So, I'd like to think, you know, that's a positive. That's definitely a positive. Right, the next game that we're looking at is the most recent game that we played at Turf Moor, Burnley. Now, Turf Moor is a very tough place to play in, all right? Especially, you know, up north, freezing cold. Burnley playing with 10 centre-backs. You would not think that Tottenham would have this easy. And it wasn't easy in the first half at all. In fact, we looked incredibly poor. You know, not taking our chances. Letting Burnley have a lot of the ball. No shots on targets from us either in the first half. And then the second half happens. Now, we were saved from an embarrassment by, once again, Harry Kane. All right, Harry Kane was at the line of the corner and he headers it away to stop Burnley from scoring. And that really saved us because, honestly, I thought that was 1-0 Burnley. I thought that was it. That was curtains. Considering as well, Patch predicted a draw as well. I was thinking, oh, God, it's either going to be a draw or it's going to be a loss. But then, like, the one substitute actually changed everything. And this is what I said I was going to come to a bit later. So, this was between Gareth Bale and Lamela. We saw both of them warming up. Jose Mourinho decides to put Lamela on. And in my opinion, I think that was a genius move from Jose Mourinho. The reason why I'm saying this is because Burnley is a very physical team. They are known for their physical traits. Their ruthless tackling, their ruthless parking the bus, this, that, the other. Gareth Bale has not been fully match fit for enough to be fancying these 50-50 challenges. However, if you look at a player like Lamela, who I know I've been on his back a lot, and you know, to be honest, I still don't fully rate the player, but we can appreciate what Lamela can do for us, and that is that he thrives off of 50-50 challenges. He's a very physical player. So for that reason, I thought Jose Mourinho was an absolute genius to put him on instead of Bale, because I don't think it would have been wise to put Bale on, you know, a very injury-prone player against a team like Burnley. And funnily enough, Lamela contributes to a goal that's coming up. So Lamela takes the corner. Kane just heads it to Sonny. I think it was a header, don't get me wrong, but it was an assist. Gets it to Sonny, and Sonny bangs net again. And the cutest thing of all was that when Son ran to the touchline and you had a lip reader, I think, saying, "Harry, did you just assist me?" And Kane just nods his head. Oh, that melted my heart, honestly. That melted my heart. And here's a very nice stat for you. Harry Kane has got the highest amount of assists in the Premier League. You know, I think it's 8 assists now in 6 games. And Heung-min Son is the highest goal scorer in the Premier League. Amazing stats. Like I said, the best ever duo in the Premier League. These are the things you love to see. A further comment as well about this game as well is that I think Davis was just incredibly poor. Like, there is a huge standout difference between Reguilon and Davis. You know, Davis just doesn't go for the attack, but Reguilon does, you know. And having said that, I think Davis just like lacks a lot of pace, so that would be the reason why. So once again, you know, we'd want to see Reguilon start way more than Davis. So overall, starts off very Spursy against West Ham and bad at the same time. Good against Lask, and of course vitally good against Burnley. And so now this just brings me to my final question, really. We are now sitting 5th, and we are 2 points behind Everton. Think about what would have happened if we actually bloody beat West Ham. We'd be first right now. But yeah, we are now basically title contenders at this point right now. Let me know if you think that Tottenham will be significant enough to be in the title race for this long. I think personally, you know, if we carry on this rate and we actually win our games and take our chances, especially against Burnley, because these sorts of games can win you titles, then let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Is Tottenham now a title contending team? I think so personally, just for this time being. So that's it for today for the good, the bad and the Spursy episode. Let me know what you think about this episode and if you want to see me do more of these, because personally I do enjoy doing these a lot. And yeah, comment below. Tottenham to win the title? Who knows? See you in the next video, guys.